forgot where everything was, you know, and then it's different places on the second run.
Yeah.
And like,
Fuck, man.
I was trying to beat it in like 5 hours. I think I was trying to do. I think I got 6.5.
Gotcha. Yeah, the second run is
Mic
the one
check,
where I
1 2 1
struggled the
2.
most.
It's like they throw you off on purpose.
All right, all three of
Yeah.
you, we all sound sexy. Sounds good. All right, here we go. 1 2 3. Yo, what it do, GG Nation, GG Legion. It's your fella again, Straussman, the GG. Damn, you guys hopped in quick. What up, Ricky? What's up, Josh? What's up, Silent? Yo, what it do, guys? Welcome to another episode of Golden God and Friends Spoilercast. We're going to obviously do a Resident Evil 2 remake. I have a Steam panel joining me today. Very sexy. Thank you, Ricky. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I appreciate it. We're going to have some fun. Normally, if you have never been on a Golden God and Friends Spoilercast, let me run you through. Because the last one we did was Red Dead Redemption 2, I think. So that was a little while ago. That was like in November, I think. So it's been a while since we did a Spoilercast.
It's been a while.
But normally what we do on the Spoilercast, the first half is non-spoilers, and we jump into spoilers after. We're not going to do that for this one and Kingdom Hearts 3. We're just going to dive in right into the spoilers. This game's been out for a while, so you have been warned. If you don't know, spoilers. You can always rewatch this as a video. I really do appreciate you guys. Shout out to our newest subs, Simon the Howard. Obviously, Josh, Silent Rebug, shout out to you. Thanks for subbing. Also, Queen Annalise, shout out to you. It's cool to see the Bloodborne faithful kind of still follow me. Really appreciate you guys. There's been more, but you guys have it on private, so I don't know. But you know who you are. Thank you so much. Thanks for subbing to the channel. Welcome to the GG Nation, the GG Legion. But first, let me introduce my cousin JJ. How you doing, JJ?
You forgot the whole intro. The 3-time Golden God Killer. JJ Shabs.
I won the first one.
Ah! No, I'm doing good. How you doing, Levi?
We're doing great. Thank you for joining me. Unlike my next guest here, JJ doesn't really have a lineage of RE, so it's going to be really fun to hear him say. The same thing with Red Dead. Red Dead, he didn't play the first one, he just played the second one, which he should be struck down by lightning as soon as he walks outside his house for not playing Red Dead Redemption 1. But he did buy it recently, so mad respect to him. Glad he's on here. I like having his perspective. And of course, we got to have the guy that platinumed the game. You know him very well, guys. Shout out to my buddy Nightphase. What you doing? How you doing, Nightphase? How you doing?
What's up, man? I'm doing great.
His channel he's a big cinephile, if you guys don't remember. His channel's doing really well. He's around like 600 subs or over 600 subs. Shout out to him. I'll link it down below. Make sure you follow me on Twitch as well. Have that notification bell when you sub to my channel as well, guys. I really appreciate you guys. But I appreciate these two hopping in. So we're going to get right into the nitty-gritty. But I do want to ask the panel straight up. I'll call Thor. No, don't strike my cousin down, all right? He's a good guy, all right? Except when he's drunk. He gets a little lippy. He gets a little lippy when
I'm
he's
always
drunk.
lippy. I wasn't drunk the other night.
It was funny, man. It was funny, but I want to ask what you guys think, because JJ, I'm going to ask JJ first, because what you guys really think of the game, because JJ's expectations are very different from Dwight and I's, Nightphase's expectations, because we had a clear understanding of RE2 and how we wanted it to be. So what did you think of it, JJ? What did you think of RE2 Remake?
I was excited for it when it was announced, but I didn't. When they first showed the trailer, I didn't know exactly what it is. I know you freaked out.
Yeah, I knew it instantly when I saw it.
Yeah, when we watched the Game Awards or wherever we saw it on, I remember you freaked out.
Yeah, E3 when we were watching it on E3. Yeah, it was hype.
Yeah.
I was hyped,
I think
man.
that's the only trailer I reacted to, actually. Maybe that one and Doom, but yeah, man, it was so
No,
hype.
you did. Oh no, that was
I did
the year
other
before.
ones. Yeah, that's right. But that's the one that I got hyped the most about, though.
Yeah, you were really excited. Like Nightphase, it was a special heart. But what did you think of the overall experience of it in comparing it to 7? How'd you feel? How did the third-person camera Did you get used to it right away, or was it a little jarring for
This is
you?
gonna be blast. No, no, it wasn't jarring at all. I play a lot of third-person games. It was. This might be blasphemous to hardcore RE fans, but I like the first. I think the first person makes it scarier.
Yeah, I would have
I don't
to
know if it
agree
makes
with
it a-
that because
I don't know
it's
if it
such a
makes it a better
different
game.
perspective.
But the perspective kind of puts you in the like that mansion's scary. I won't spoil 7, but it's a scary. It was a scary.
It's
atmosphere,
okay,
but
you can
this
spoil
one,
7 since you spoiled the end of Spider-Man on a fucking live.
We did a spoiler cast. I didn't spoil it till after the spoiler cast.
Yeah, that was just funny. That was super funny.
Yeah. But no, this one had terrific jump scares and like I didn't know who the tyrant was or Mr. X, whatever you guys call him.
Mr.
First
Sex.
time I saw him. First time I saw him.
What's up, everybody?
I
What's
played
up, Queen?
Claire's
How you
run
doing?
First, and when he comes and throws that helicopter out of the way, I freaked out. I screamed. It might be on stream
yeah.
afterwards. I screamed.
It
I
was. It
like,
was
"Ah!"
funny. It was funny. I'm like, wait till you see this guy. Like, just wait.
And that,
Something's coming. And
that
he's like, what are you
kinda-
talking about? And then it happens and you scream.
And I thought this game was great because once I went down into the like the garage area and got all that done and came back up, I'm like, all right, I'll be able to fly through this and do whatever I want. Nope, this guy's chasing me. It raises the tension. It was perfect.
Yeah.
Real good.
Yeah.
So
All right,
it
Nightface,
never,
what
like-
do you think from your expectations of 2? Because I know that's like your favorite one, right? 2 and 3 personally are my favorite. So
right.
what-
Yeah. I think they did it perfect. I think this is a prime example of how you do a remake. You don't do it shot by shot, but you actually switch it up enough where it feels totally brand new.
I know
and
you
it
and me were a
feels
little concerned
familiar.
though when they said they were going to do third person and stuff. I was, because I, you know, the fixed camera angle holds a special place in my heart, but it is a little outdated. So I mean,
Right. No, I actually welcomed it. I didn't have an issue with that. I was like, okay, you know,
Yeah.
this is we're in a new day and age. You got to switch it up a little bit. And then when I saw the, you know, actual gameplay footage, I was like, wow, this looks
glad you're
amazing,
doing
you
well,
know?
Queen. Yeah, it's for me. I was really hyped and excited. I did have concerns about the third. You know, it's like, oh, is this going to be like too action? Because as much as I love 4, and you know, a lot of people 4 is their favorite Resident Evil. I really kind of enjoy the older ones a lot. Like really the 1, 2, and 3, and Code Veronica. Like Code Veronica's like forgotten. I do like the
Yeah, that's so
Revelation series
underrated.
as well. My bad. Go ahead.
Yeah, the Code Veronica is very underrated, but I agree with you. Yeah, like the fixed camera angles, it just holds a special place in my heart. Like that's where survival horror actually began was
Yeah.
with Resident Evil, and then you had Silent Hill come out.
Well, yeah,
You
this
had all these
wasn't even a
survival games.
genre until Resident Evil,
Yeah.
made it a genre.
Exactly. It invented the genre of
Yeah.
survival horror. So that's what makes it so unique and special. But I didn't mind it actually. It all worked out. I was hoping it'd be less toned down action and more focus on the survival horror, and that's exactly what they gave us. Because I do love playing Resident Evil 4. It is fun. It has a nice balance. It is more
Yeah.
actiony.
And,
But yeah,
and to
I
be fair,
prefer-
shout out to Shinji Mikami because he did 1, 2, Dino Crisis, and 4. So he actually built the 2 standards of Resident Evil, like survival horror,
Yeah.
right off the bat.
Yeah.
Not right off the bat, but because originally, RE4 was gonna be Devil May Cry, and it was so different. They're like, hey, shit, let's just make it a new series. And and that game's coming out. The 5th one of that game's coming out really soon.
Right.
It's.
Yeah.
I was a little concerned until I played the demo and
Uh-huh.
really got to experience, the third-person camera angle, and it felt right. Even though it's a third-person camera angle, it's not fixed camera perspectives. There is a mod on PC, by the way, where you can do that, and you can also play first-person,
I've
which
seen
is
that.
really cool.
Everybody's been modding the hell out of this game.
I know, this is the fun
on
part about
PC.
PC. You can mod the game and have some fun.
And they've been playing as like Mr. X and Sherry with a
But
railgun.
this game just feels right. Like, it feels good. Like, it just feels scary
Yeah.
again. And I like the challenge. I appreciate the challenge of the game. I know that some people online were saying it's too hard. And it's like, well, you haven't played the originals. The originals are way harder. than this. Just by control alone. By control alone, but it's... I loved what they did. Like, I loved what they did with it. It felt good when I played the demo, the one-shot demo, which you guys saw on live stream here.
Yeah.
It was really, really felt good. I have a blueprint for sure for Capcom's next 5 big hit games for sure. We'll talk about that later. Let's keep this on RE2, right. And we will also talk about the rumors of RE8 remake. But man, I was really blown away by this. I had such a great time playing this. I love the new aspects. They fleshed out a lot of characters. You know, including Ada, Sherry a little bit. They changed their scenes up a little bit as well. And overall, this is a very new game. If you look back at all the older boss fights of RE2, a lot of them are different. They don't take place in the same in this one, which I like.
No, that's what I'm talking about. They switched it up, yet it is still very familiar for those fans like us who played the original and then, you know, brand new for the new ones who are just jumping into Resident Evil 2 for the first time.
Would you guys think
I really like that they did that.
Oh, go. Did you guys really think it'd be this critically acclaimed though? It has a 91 on Metacritic. It sold 3 million in like 3 days. The same thing like God of War did and Spider-Man did. Did you guys really think it was going to be like that?
I was actually taken back by that. I was surprised because I wasn't sure if, you know, remaking something that was done like what 20 years ago would connect with a modern day audience, and surprisingly it did. I was actually expecting like an 8 out of 10, you know, like that.
I was thinking that like 8.5.
Yeah, and man, it soared for the fences, man. 9 out of 10, and it's well deserved, honestly, because I think this is a 10 out of 10 game.
Very true. What did you think, JJ? Did you think it would be this critically acclaimed? Was that your expectation?
I don't know if I had like critical expectations. Like I thought it'd be really good, and I knew the original one was really good and all that. I think our generation, though, you know, me and Levi will be 31 in a couple months, but you know the remakes. You know, Spyro remake was great. The Crash Bandicoot remake was great. And if you put your heart and soul into something and you really take the time to make it, to honor now this one is. Like, those remakes were, like, shot for shot a lot.
Yeah, they were, yeah. But they were fantastic. This one... You guys did watch it on stream. It was awesome.
This one, I went back and watched...
Sorry, Queen, I'm not ignoring you. I saw your message.
And it looks... The reason that a remake can be up for Game of the Year, which I think this will be, is because this is different enough from the original that it felt like a different game. Like, it did and it didn't. You know, it's... They changed up scenes, and because I didn't play the second one originally. I went back and watched videos of it, and there's a lot they tinkered with and made. Maybe they couldn't do back then with the technology. And if they do that with remakes, we'll keep buying them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And that is a great question. That's a great question, JJ. I mean, because it is new enough where, I mean, it is fundamentally really different. Like, they honored and respect the original to you know, like the puzzles are there and stuff, but it is so fundamentally different enough that it is really a new game in a lot of ways. It's really shocking at first to really see it.
And for me, it is, you know, the story didn't. I'm usually a story-driven gamer with playing and also play sports. You know, I love a good. The story never really grasped me, but I kept coming back to this because the game mechanics and the puzzles and everything and the scares were so good. Like, I didn't need this in-depth knowledge of Resident Evil for it to really grab me. Because just trying to figure out these puzzles, I love puzzles. I mean, it checked almost every box for me as a gamer. I love puzzles. I like being scared. I like, you know, and there's enough jump scares where, I mean, there's one where I think I was playing as, my first playthrough with Claire, where you're coming into the laboratory, and there's like 3 zombies behind you where you get the trophy, and then as you walk through the hall, 2 lickers come out of the ceiling, and the first one that comes, it jumps so high.
Don't worry, Queen.
Oh my god. So
it was really amazing. How did you guys? We talked about it already. How did you guys feel about Mr. X? Like his mechanics. And how he was not in the original RE2, you had to do your second run. You had to be in
exactly
side B.
I like that they did that.
They just threw him right in here, and it comes out of nowhere. I was not expecting him at all.
That
I was
was
like,
the
oh,
most
shit.
surprising portion of this game was how they handled Mr. X. And that was great for everybody that played the original, expecting it to go the
Hey,
same
how
way,
you
and
doing?
it did it.
Cesteline.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
I didn't even know he was on the first. I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
about
he was in the
first.
second story scenario only.
Yeah,
and then
second...
in this one, they switched it up where they surprised you by putting him in both story scenarios. So I got fucking scared when he
and
showed
he
up
comes out of nowhere in the second
scenario.
one, too. Yeah. Where you're walking down the hallway, and he just appears in the second one. I'm like, oh, shit!
Yeah, that's the part that scared the living fuck out of me, because I was playing Claire second story, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna see him come out through the helicopter again. No.
Welcome back,
he
Queen.
shows up way early in the game. And I was like, oh, fuck, I wasn't prepared for that.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, he adds this extra tension where you're just trying, I'm trying to collect things and get bullets, and, I can't go down there because he's sitting right there, so it adds that real level of
you're
tension.
just on edge.
And you really don't have any save spots from him. There's only one, the only place you can really hide from him is the safe room, and that's it.
You got the safe rooms, and everywhere else is you're pretty much screwed. Especially in the library, that was the most frustrating, nerve-inducing part.
Walk up a ladder. Oh my god!
I was like, what? This fucker can climb ladders?
That's what JJ said too when he was live on stream. He's like, oh, he can't climb a ladder, right? Holy shit, he's climbing a ladder!
Yeah, I was freaking out. Like, I'll trick this guy.
Let's talk about the sound design, because how damn good it was with the sound design, and Mr. X especially, when you hear his footsteps, the do, the X is going to give it to you.
In this game is incredible, man. That's what really, one of the strongest points was the sound design. Yeah, you're hearing his footsteps, you're hearing the lickers crawling, and you hear everything, man. It's great.
Yeah, it really felt scary again, and that was the fun part. It's like, this game's really hauntingly beautiful, but it's dark as shit. And but it's great. It works out perfectly.
Right. Yeah, I loved every minute of it. And also the way the original soundtrack, it meshes well with this one perfectly.
I think the original soundtrack makes the game worse, and when I mean that, it just makes it 100 times scarier, actually. Like, holy,
and that's what I love about
holy
it.
Holy shit! Like the original music, really paints a grim picture of everything. It's really amazing.
It does. So I love that you were able to use the original soundtrack if you wanted to. So I love that they gave us that option.
You got spammed a lot too much.
And they gave you the original costumes too. Like, they did a good job of really, they honored the original.
the free Ghost Survivors DLC as well. Like, that's really, really cool as well. You get extra stories, what-if stories, scenarios about these people.
Cool.
They all died. Spoiler. But it's cool to see, Kendo. Like, I like a lot of these guys fleshed out a lot. Like, Kendo getting fleshed out. You were just wondering, like, even Nightphase and I just talking about, like, did he survive? Did he shoot himself? That was a really.
You don't see, you just hear the gunshot.
Yeah, and I painted a grim picture for Nightphase. I'm like, oh, I think he shot him and his daughter together. Like, they just blow each other's brains out. Like, and he was like, oh shit. I didn't think about it. I'm like, I think that's what happened, man.
It would have surprised me because this is Resident Evil.
Because you just hear the one shot, and Ada was gonna do it anyway. Ada didn't give a shit. Ada was gonna fucking blow her brains out anyway.
Yeah, she's like, let me do it, Leon. Let me do it.
Yeah.
It is a real bitch.
But the story-wise, JJ mentioned it didn't impact him as much. But what about you, Nightphase? What did you think of the overall, like, the opening is very different. We actually get to play the police station, the gas station, and it was awesome.
We gotta go back to the originals and see that Resident Evil stories were kind of cheesy. They weren't their strongest suit. They were just fun.
Yeah, I'm the master of unlocking.
You almost became a Jill sandwich.
All the cheesy, it was the 90s kids, okay? You gotta forgive them.
Exactly.
Right?
But I think they did a fantastic job modernizing it now and taking it a little bit more seriously. You still get those cheesy lines, and what I like the most about this one is the realistic reactions that didn't feel cheesy or phony from Claire and Leon when they're encountering a fucking zombie. They're like, Jesus Christ!
Well, Claire has a potty mouth,
you know?
for sure.
Yeah, but that's how you would react. Like,
yeah, I
you're
know,
shooting
like,
a zombie 10 times in the head and he won't go down. Like, will you just fucking die? So I really like that they added that. And the story, I think, was solid. I think they lessened the cutscenes, which I liked, and focused more on the gameplay.
Yeah.
You know, so you can have more to do, and I like it when they do that, you know?
Yeah, I thought they did a really good job with the story. I think they really did a nice flesh out. They simplified it a little bit, but I was okay with it because, dude, it's like it really felt like Raccoon 98. You know, it felt like 1998. Like they kept it to the original feel. Besides Ada's, little EMP thing, that was the only thing that was like too futuristic. But she's a special agent. I get it, and she's hot and I love her. Better than everybody.
Actually, I wanted to ask you, Levi and JJ, which story did you enjoy playing the most, Leon's or Claire's?
Oh shit! I got wiped out. Holy fuck! Let JJ. I want to see JJ's reaction first. Go ahead. That's a great question.
I liked Claire's more. It seemed more like everyone's purpose for what they're doing seemed to line up.
Yeah.
Claire was trying to help this little girl that had more of a family. It pulled me a little more. I actually kind of
Mechanically, I think it's Claire A and Leon B. I think is the actual canon route.
I think that is the canon. Yeah.
I
have to agree with Jason and Leon
B.
I played Leon A and Claire B. But go ahead, Nightface. Go ahead.
People, they didn't really give a fuck about Sherry, so it kind of, I'm like, I want to see her live. I want to protect her.
What are you talking about? She was amazing in RE6, JJ.
Mainly, with Leon, I didn't give a shit about whether Ada lived or died. I'm like, fuck this bitch.
I really ruined that one. I got killed there right away. Sorry, guys.
No, the bitch in the red dress. Yeah, I hear ya.
I knew something was. I knew she was setting you up for something. Like, fuck her. I didn't even.
I love the fact that they put her in a trench coat. Like, oh, that's not a you're not a secret agent. You won't betray me.
Yeah. But I have to agree with JJ though. I enjoyed Claire's way more. I feel like there was more of a emotional story arc there.
Yeah.
With Claire protecting Sherry like she was her own daughter, and
Leon's like, dude, it's my first day on the job, bro. I'm out of here.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I mean, I like Leon. I always like Leon. He's been one of my favorite characters of Resident Evil.
Well, yeah, him and Chris are the characters of Resident Evil. They're like in so many games. They're like in 9 games,
But not only that, but I have to say the gameplay was much funner for me with Claire because she gets a fucking grenade launcher. And you can just own liquors with the grenade launcher with the flame rounds, which I really love.
I want to ask Nightface this, and I asked him before, like they took away her crossbow. Like, how did you feel about that?
I didn't give a shit about that crossbow. I thought it was a shitty weapon. To be honest,
it is kind of Ada's weapon now. Like, she used it a lot in 6.
Oh yeah, she does. Yeah, she does. It's like the same thing with the spiders. Everyone complains, where are the spiders at? Yeah.
Hey man,
honestly,
people like their giant spiders and moths, alright?
Oh yeah, the moth. I remember the moth in the lab. I mean, those are classics, sure, but I'm pretty sure they will be used later on the line if they do make a Nemesis remake, which should be fucking fantastic.
I'm 1,000% sure they're doing that.
The rumor I heard is that that's coming out before RE8.
Yeah, that's what I would think too, because they did say they have a mystery game this year that they haven't announced yet.
That's right.
And I'm actually hoping it's Dino Crisis, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. It's really interesting for both of you to say Claire was your favorite story, because if you look at the trophy list, 95% of people did Leon first. Like, people did Leon first and then did Claire later. Like, Claire has such a low percentage of being played compared to Leon. And it was really fun to see her back, just Claire being back. You get to see Claire, because we haven't seen Claire in a while. I think Revelations 2 from like 4 years ago was the last time we've seen her. She doesn't get mentioned or get enough love. Where apparently, Leon goes on to be the super secret agent badass for the president and saves her daughter and 4 and stuff.
And I think that's what made her story and her story arc better, in my opinion, because we already know Leon becomes a badass. We know this already. But
I really felt good for Leon because he was a big pussy in this one, or he was that rookie cop. He was like, holy shit, what is going on?
More rookie.
It
was very appropriate. Yeah.
He's not body slamming people like he was in RE6, but you guys saw that in that live stream earlier.
I'm just saying, no one who does what those two did is a pussy. Yeah. Yeah, I heard about the Bolden fight.
And apparently they're immune to zombie bites, and they could just do what what they want. But I really enjoyed the overall story of this game. It was really cool, and I really love the moment. I know it's cheesy and campy as hell, but there's always been this tension between Ada and Leon in every single game they're in, like 4, 6, all the Dark Side Chronicle games and stuff. Where it's like, are they into each other? They feel like they're into each other, but it's cool to actually see that kiss happen. Even though it wasn't a genuine kiss, it was just, hey, shut the fuck up and do what I say. Basically, that's what I got out of it.
Yeah. Like, hey, I might get laid if I get out of here alive.
Yeah, because Leon kept talking. Like, Leon kept talking, and she just kissed him, like, just shut the fuck up. Like, just shut up. I want to get through this and survive. And the real interesting question is, I don't think she had any bullets left, but do you think she would have shot him? Without knowing the other... forget about all the cannon, the RE, 4 and 6 and everything.
I think she would have shot him. She wouldn't have killed him, but she would have shot him to get what she wanted. That's how Ada's character was. Ada's character is just driven, to follow orders.
You say that, but then she gives him the rocket launcher to kill Mr. X.
Well, exactly. So she kind of redeems herself. Maybe that fall helped her out. Maybe bumped something in her head, and she probably woke up and said, "Hey."
I don't think she would have shot him. I think that was just a really fun ploy because she gives him a rocket launcher. It's like clear as day, and it felt good. Didn't it feel good just blowing that motherfucker up? Like after all this time stalking me, I just get to blow you up, and it felt great. And
between a superhuman X and my worst enemy, I'm giving the rocket launcher to my worst enemy because I'd rather fuck with him than the other guy. So her motivations might not be pure. Maybe, hey, kill this guy for me so later I can shoot you in the face or the shoulder. Or the flesh.
I really enjoyed that. I really like that storyline. But let's talk about the main antagonist a lot of ways. William. How did you feel like he was fleshed out? Did they do it in the right way, like with the videotapes and the notes and some of the cutscenes? You get to I really love the look of all the like his transformation is amazing. You got to play both stories to see it fully.
They did that so good. They did that so good, actually.
It's horrific, really especially G2, where his head is still there, but there's a new head.
Dude, I want to talk about the biggest change, the most surprising story change was in Claire's, where Birkin actually kills Mr. X, which completely floored me.
Yeah, he annihilated Mr. X. Like, he just...
Well, you already know who's stronger. It's the G-Virus, yeah.
Well, clearly, there's only one big weakness of the G-Virus, and that's the, yeah, the big giant eye. Like, the ridiculously big giant eye.
The thing saying, hey, shoot me?
Yeah, like, hey, here's my big weakness, shoot me in the face.
Hey, guess where you need to shoot me at? Yeah, that was...
Right in the eye. Well, what'd you feel of William? Like, what'd you think, JJ?
Oh, well, Levi spoiled it for me through it, when you fight him the first time.
The plant monster.
He's like, oh yeah, that's Sherry's dad.
Like, yeah, I kind of fucked that up a little bit. I'm sorry about that.
Damn, Levi, it's fucked up.
Well, there's a reason, and it's a haunting experience. Sherry gets the worst of it, I feel like.
Sherry's the worst off in this whole thing.
Her dad is not, like, she wants love from her mom and dad, and her mom's just a bitch. Like, her mom is just a complete... I hate to say that. I love ladies, I know we live in a PC world, but I have to say, she was just a mean person to Sherry. Like, her research was more important than Sherry was. And
that's why I think, in my opinion, the real bad guy in this wasn't William. It was Annette or whatever.
Yeah, I think you're right, too. I think it was Annette 100%, too. I think she was really... She redeems herself a little bit, I guess. But I really feel like...
monster or human being? Who are you going to help?
Yeah, that's a really interesting point. It was like, is she... Like, a lot of people would consider her the monster, not William. You know?
Dude, that poor little girl had a monster for her dad and an even bigger monster for her mom.
Yeah.
I gotta have to disagree. I think Ned's not that big of a bitch. That award goes to Ada. Sorry. I think Ada's a bigger bitch. Sorry, Levi.
You're a lot. I brought you on here but you didn't think that moment where she left Sherry in the dumps and was just like, hey, like, go do something. I'm gonna do my research. You don't think that's a powerful moment for a little girl?
It's not as bad as Ada leaving Leon in the sewers to get eaten by a giant crocodile, so sorry.
Yeah, but what about Uncle Diddle's Chief Iron? What he did to the mayor's daughter? He was going to do some stuff to Sherry.
Well,
you know, that was a really haunting experience.
That got to be blamed for that, too. That's Uncle Diddle's diddling around.
That was very uncomfortable.
Let's talk about Chief Irons. I like how he was fleshed out in this game, and he was just a asshole. Like, just a dick, you know?
Very uncomfortable.
Very uncomfortable, and if I told Nightface this off stream, I don't know if you guys saw this while you're playing RE2. If you're in the taxidermy spot, his office, and you find the pig, it's listed as 5'3", silky smooth skin. Yeah. It's, you know, the mayor's daughter. That's stuffed in the.
Yep.
It's a horrific experience. It's a fucked up thing.
It is. It is. Yeah, they made this incredibly dark. I'm glad they didn't hold back.
The Queen always calls everyone a heretic. Don't worry, guys. Go ahead.
But yeah, they really took that story really dark with Chief Irons and.
Yeah, Sherry, man, it was, and I like Sherry's new scenario where she had to, solve the puzzle, get outside, and you got to play this weird, sick game of hide and seek. Like, I
love that homage to The Shining when he comes crashing through the door with the axe. Yeah. I love that.
Yeah,
awesome.
Ari does that quite a bit, where they do a lot of tropes and homages.
Yeah, their big thing in a lot of RE games, JJ, is the timer. Like, oh, the shit's gonna explode. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. The self-destruct sequence has been activated.
Yeah. You got precisely 9 minutes. Like, how the fuck would you know? Like, there's like you have to announce that. There's like a speaker lady, like, hey, you got 9 minutes. I'm doing it right now. I'm showing the stream right now that I'm
gonna
fight
the Super Tyrant. You have 5 minutes left to beat this boss.
You better fucking do it.
Yeah. You better get it done, bitches.
You know what? Going back to Ada, what I wanted to say was, I really like the scene with Leon and Ada on the catwalk. I played differently this time.
Yeah, I played a lot differently. Wow, I died right away.
Yeah, and they had that little standoff where he was like, "I'm taking you to jail," even though
there's a huge amount of differences. A lot of the William boss fights are really different. For example, there's one with Ada. There's one with Ada, and Leon in the cable car. There's that scene where he jumps in and he stabs the roof. They changed it in this one. They put it in the earlier sewer spot, which was cool. I was fine with. I thought it was really awesome.
Yeah.
But it was really interesting how they changed a lot of the fights up. A lot of the fights. And there was one exclusive boss for each, and then they brought back the final William form at the end, just like how it was in the original, where you had to beat both scenarios, which was really cool. Yeah. It was really cool to see it all fleshed out and how terrible it was, like how terrible the G virus is and how it reacts to your body, and how fucked up. Like, let's explain to William a little bit. We didn't really do it. We just announced that he was just cool looking as a monster, but what happened was he got pissed off at Umbrella because they didn't want to go with his new virus that he made, and he was trying to steal it. So Hunk and his team comes in and blows him away, kills him. Well, at least he should have died. I don't know how the hell he had enough strength to inject the G virus in him, but you know, it's 1998. We're gonna go with the action movie, all right? So he injects the virus in him, and the whole point of him trying to look for Sherry is to impregnate her with this monster, with the G monster. And it's such a bummer. It's just such a fucking bummer, you know, for Sherry just to go through this horrible experience, you know. And it was really interesting. I like how they fleshed it out. Do you think they did a good job fleshing him out, or did you want to see a little bit more?
No, I think they did a good enough job, especially.
I saw enough of that fucker.
Yeah, like that moment when he kills Mr. X was the last humanizing thing he was able to do before G before it took over.
Well, it wasn't for a human thing. He just wanted to impregnate his daughter. That was just what it was about.
No, I saw it differently. I saw it like he was
you
trying
can
to
see it how
her.
you want, but he wasn't human anymore. His new head grew in.
No, he was still human those last few seconds. I feel like that's still happening.
Okay, I'll let you have that. I'm gonna let you have it.
He wanted it. Well, he was human enough to want to save Sherry so he could impregnate her. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, he again a great I did like that part of the story where like Sherry is fucking, she's fucked, dude. Her parents suck, and it was pretty. William was pretty badass, man.
Yeah, I really,
it's the way they did him. Yeah.
Go ahead.
When you get the Gatling gun in that final form, it was pretty. Or not
No, I love that. Gatling gun over rocket launcher for me any day.
For sure, that was awesome. I liked it. Yeah, the only thing
I know we're all heretics to you, Queen. Glad you're here, though.
Hey, 666, baby.
But we it was really fun. I just really enjoyed the story. Is there any story beat we're missing a little bit? Let's see. The jail cell you mentioned. With Ben, how they completely changed Ben, where Ben was basically just the guy that died.
Surprising as hell too.
Yeah.
Another shocking moment. Like he only had a cameo in this one.
Yeah, where it was. I like that a lot better when instead of him and Ada like fake dating. Again, because I feel like Ada's mine, so I'm a little selfish about that. A little salty. But I like, you know, I like how they did that, where he was just, you know, he just wanted to fucking get out of here. And then you just hear this, like, you just hear these steps. And then it was so grotesque. Like, the gore in this game is incredible. Like, you guys just saw me die a few times on here, and it's awesome. Like, it's just handled well, chat. Like, it's just the battle damage these guys receive throughout the game, where they get different outfit. I like that a lot. It's really cool. Where Claire takes the jacket off, and you see Sherry's eye, and she's getting infected. There'd be no chance in hell her little body would not transform right away. I don't feel like, but you know, video game sakes. Just my personal belief. But, you know, it's a video game. What'd you think of the new enemy, the plant monster?
See, that's the only thing I think Leon had an advantage over Claire. Was the flamethrower.
Oh, big time. The flamethrower.
Oh, yeah. But you can use the handgun she has with the laser and shoot him in those little spots. So that
laser gun is OP as shit. I went back and replayed, JJ, and used it this time. Yeah. And I'm like, I just reloaded old save, and I'm like, holy shit, this like the taser. It's like siphon filter, man.
So much easier to aim.
I'll show you guys that in a second here. I'll fry some liquors and stuff for you. We're fighting Super Mr. X right now. Ada can use a rocket launcher right now.
Which is your favorite form of Birkin? I always like the third form where you have
G3. G3 is fucking sick.
Awesome.
It's fucking sick. And
is that the one where you fight them in the lab? Like
yeah, that's the one with the.
They lower you down into the lab, into the platform.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ada. Thanks for that sexy rocket launcher.
He looks like a crazy.
What's the Spoilercast? We're talking about all the
most intense Goro ever.
Yeah, like
we're talking Resident Evil 2 remake right now, guys, and we're spoiling the hell out of it right now. If you guys haven't noticed, but thanks for being here.
That's.
Oh, my favorite and boom goes the dynamite.
Levi likes the second one, where he still has his head or whatever.
That one I really like a lot too, but I'm with you guys. I didn't hear JJ's answer. What was your favorite?
Oh no, I like the Crazy Goro one.
Yeah, me too. That's my
one,
favorite too. Just to see it fleshed out now, and in 2019 graphics instead of 1998 graphics, where I'm like, I think it looks like that, and then when I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, it looks like that.
Yeah, the graphics are amazing in 1998. Don't knock it.
You're right. Back then, those pixelated booty, Regina's pixelated booty from Dino Crisis, it was great. Let's wrap that up, Capcom. Let's make a remake of that.
Speaking of booty, we gotta talk about the Elsa Walker costume, y'all.
Yeah, and the history of Elsa Walker, if you guys don't know. So Resident Evil 1.5 was almost a complete game. The original RE2 was almost complete, but they didn't like it enough where they're like, fuck it, like let's just scrap it. And the original character was a bike enthusiast named Elsa Walker. So that's paying homage before Claire even existed. So they wanted, I think one of the guys told Shinji that they wanted RE1 to tie into 2 somehow. And that was with Claire. So Claire, being related to Chris, I gotta find my brother. That's why they tied it in instead of just because it was originally just gonna be Leon and Elsa Walker. But so it pays homage to her, which was really cool. I really enjoy it.
It pays homage to that ass, all right.
Yeah, it looks great. Like her original costume looks awesome too. Like, I love how they have the original costumes. They just put the polygon models on. I should put that. I'm gonna load that up. I think right now. We'll get Polygon Claire for a little bit.
They have that. They have that already with the new.
I believe with the update, they should be there. Yes. I'm gonna try right now.
Because I checked and I didn't see him. I didn't see him on this. Huh. Interesting.
Oh, maybe they didn't. Oh, bitch.
Liar.
I thought they said they did, but I was wrong.
Transfer higher.
The misinformed GG. How dare you?
But I think all his forms were really cool. I mean, G4 is a little crazy, where he's kind of like this bipedal freak. And then the final G5, where he's just this fucking train-eating asshole. Which you guys are about to see right now.
Yeah. Speaking of G4, I like how they switched that up, because in the original, he was more like a dog. Like in dog form?
Yeah.
You noticed that, right?
Yeah, it was a lot different.
Yeah, so that was interesting. They just gave him like a shitload
and
of
it was exclusive
eyeballs.
to Claire this time too, which was really interesting as well.
Yeah.
There was, I think overall, there was a little hiccups in the story in terms of canon, which I told, like it's, the game tells you that Claire and Leon both meet Annette in that laboratory and both fight G3 when they both get the respective thing. One was the cure for Sherry, and what was Leon's? I forgot what Leon got.
Yeah, that's one thing I noticed that some people had a few gripes with, was the consistency of both scenarios.
Well, yeah, there's just no way that they both would have met her, and she getting stabbed twice and living somehow,
Yeah,
from her
I wish they would have
husband.
switched that up. At least, like, if you played as Leon and you did your run, how when you play as Claire in the second run, because you're basically tailgating Leon. You're going through the police station after Leon did everything.
Yeah.
So I would like to see more of the after effect of Leon's playthrough.
Yeah, because and also the thing with the second playthrough too is like you got to redo the puzzles again. I understand that from a gameplay perspective, but you really think Leon's gonna be like, this is gonna really help Claire out? But I'm going to close this door anyway. I'm going to take all these these medallions.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not going to happen. Obviously, they had to do that for a gameplay perspective, so you just don't run through everything. Because the canon is Leon never meets, the police chief. Not the police chief, I'm sorry. What's his name? Is it Charles?
Marvin?
Marvin, yeah. Leon technically never meets Marvin. It's Claire that meets Marvin. And
you don't meet Marvin. You just blow his fucking brains out.
Yeah. Yeah, but my playthrough, I did
did
meet Marvin because I played Leon first. But the actual canon is Claire A and Leon B. And with Marvin, you can see that he cares for Claire a lot. And they fleshed him out a lot, where he really seems to care for Claire a lot. And Leon, if you play as Leon, where he's just like, hey, You do not hesitate. Just blow the brains out.
With Leon, he's like, toughen up, rookie. Quit being a little bitch.
Yeah. Like, but you can tell
orders.
he cares for, like, if you played as Claire's first, you can tell he really does care for her.
Yeah.
A lot.
Look here, cracker. Get this shit done.
Yeah. And I like how he slowly turned, and I'm like, I should just shoot him now. But it is tough. You got to come back later and shoot him in the face.
I didn't leave him sleeping. He stays sleeping, I think, if you don't go near the bench.
Yeah, if you don't go near it, that's why it's really haunting. Or it's just sad. You just see this. Everyone got fleshed out a little bit more. Even Kendo. You know, we talked about earlier with Kendo, where he's like, you know, please don't shoot my daughter. In the original, Kendo was an idiot. You met him at the gun shop. He stand by the doorway, and they broke the window and killed him. Like, all the zombies ate him.
Who are you?
Or this one, you know, he's like, you know, I'm here, I'm protecting my daughter. Get the hell off my property. You know?
What was that great line he said in the original where he was like, don't worry, I'm keeping a close eyes on things. And then the zombies just come through
and they bust through the fucking door and eat him. This is a bummer. You know, which is a bummer. But I like how everyone's fleshed. Irons is fleshed out. You know, Marvin's fleshed out. Sherry, you know, Ada even get more spotlight than they did already, and Nat gets more spotlight. Again, they changed a lot of the boss fights up, but I really do enjoy it. Again, the only problem I kind of have, the only negative I really have is just the game telling you that they both saw G3, they both met Annette, and they both get their respective thing that they had to get.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only problem I have, like, story-wise.
They definitely could have fixed those plot holes and just, like, you know, have Leon encounter Mr. X more, I think would have been more fitting, and then Claire dealing more with Burke and just...
Yeah, because it really, the game makes it feel like that Mr. X really was stalking Claire more, and that William killed Mr. X for Sherry's sake, for Night Phase, but he wanted to bring her up. That's what it really was. But did you guys really have any, like, issues and flaws? Because we'll get into RE8. Was there anything you want to talk? Like, what was your biggest problem with this game at all, if anything?
I really barely had any issues with this game, honestly. Just that, honestly, the consistency, the plot holes of the both scenarios. I think we could have changed it up more.
Yeah.
To flow better, and like Leon, you know, his run through should have affected Claire's run through.
Yeah, a lot more, but the game tells you it did, though, because of the notes and stuff.
Yeah, so that's probably my only gripe. And of course, the Ghost Survivors, I thought it would be more campaign-driven instead of just being a rehash. It's more like
Mercenaries and...
Right.
Yeah, I already kind of had that in my head, though, because I was like, hey, wait, it's free. It's free. Well, they already have all these assets, and these people are dead already. But it's cool to see a what-if scenario. Like, what if Kendo made it out and met his helicopter buddy? You know? Like, is his helicopter buddy Barry? Or is his helicopter buddy the guy that crashes immediately in RE2? Is that his buddy?
Right.
You know? What about you, JJ?
Really, I just had a lot of fun. The game was a lot of fun. I don't really have any...
Yeah. Okay. My only problem was what I said earlier was that consistency, but I forgive it because this was a lot more than I expected. Like RE2 Dream.
Exactly. Yeah.
This is the RE2 Dream, and this is legit the new standard of how to make a remake. Is RE2 Remake, the love and respect, but yet making it feel very new, and it feels right. It doesn't feel different, even though a lot of the points are different. It feels very natural, you know, like how William doesn't attack the cable car this time. He attacks, you know, earlier. That felt right. That felt good. You know, it reminded me of that moment, but I wasn't like, oh wait, I don't like that they didn't do that moment. I really enjoyed what they did, what they offered in this game, how grotesque and how gory and how it wasn't easy. Like, it was a hard game to play. I really enjoyed that, where I saw some people complaining like, oh, like I don't have enough ammo to kill every zombie. Well, don't fight every fucking zombie. Like, run away.
Called survival horror. Hello.
Yeah, like run the fuck away. Like, you're not supposed to hang out.
This isn't called action, you know, yippee-ki-yay like horror.
Yeah, it's not Die Hard. Yeah. It's not Die
Yeah,
Hard.
like yippee-ki-yay! I got infinite ammo from the get-go. Ah.
That'd be
I just
good.
love how
Nice.
gruesome and that like right from the get-go that scene that the gas station which we never got to play before, that scene was awesome. Where it just sets up
Oh,
the
I love the
zombies
intro.
perfectly. I'm like, shit, go down.
That
Like,
was the
love
most
that
realistic
intro, so good.
cheeseburger I've ever seen.
That was kind
Oh,
of a gross
God,
looking cheeseburger.
I love that everyone's talking about that cheeseburger. It was the biggest
Yeah.
takeaway from
Yeah.
this game. That burger was.
You know what we didn't talk about? Like, I'm not a big graphics whore, but the graphics, holy shit, were great. The RE engine put out, man, it was crazy.
Yeah.
I was so
Well,
blown
I
away when I
digress.
put
I'm
the
a
game
big-
in at midnight and played it, and I was like,
Yeah.
holy shit. This looks
No,
great.
I
Excuse my
digress.
language.
I'm a
We curse on
huge,
the show a lot.
huge
It's mostly
graphics
me.
war.
Go ahead, JJ.
Well, there's no loading screens or anything. You really only loaded
Yeah.
when you died, really. Yeah, I don't know.
All
when
right.
you walked in a room, it was good.
What'd you
Yeah.
What about those those bigger holes in the RE2 police station? Where you guys thought that was Nemesis at all? A lot of people think that's Nemesis instead of Mr. X.
I didn't even,
Interesting.
never even crossed
I don't
my
know.
mind.
Because they're
Yeah,
way
they
bigger
crossed
than
my
Mr.
mind.
X. You don't know Nemesis personally. Nightphase and I have
I do know.
nightmares of
Hey.
Nemesis.
I do know who Nemesis is. All right.
I
Oh
actually
yeah,
have
Ultimate
what dreams of
Marvel? Yeah, I'm
Nemesis.
sorry.
Okay.
My bad.
I used him in a fighting game once.
Stars!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
Can't wait for that.
it's
That's
going to
gonna
be
great.
interesting how they handle, yeah, for sure. So this is my blueprint for Capcom, like the next, 5 years. If you want to make a lot of money, especially from me in Night Phase, make RE3 remake, make Dino Crisis remake, make Code Veronica remake, make Resident Evil 8. Boom. And hey, maybe sprinkle in a little Onimusha. Bring that back. Come on, I want some Onimusha
Maybe
back in my life.
sprinkle in a little Ada's own story for Levi's sake.
Yeah, I'm okay. Like Ada, I loved her story in 6, which a lot of people didn't get to, but her story just wraps up everything. Like it wraps up that. I really enjoyed that. And Ada's just badass. Like she's still all these years, she's still super mysterious, and I just love how they kind of paid homage to RE2, the original RE2, where she kind of died again. Because in RE2, Mr. X kind of kills her. He shoves her into the electric, what's it called? Panel or whatever, and blows her up or some shit. She should have died.
Yeah, Mr. X really gives it to her. I remember that.
Yeah, X gonna give it to you, right?
Nice
But
job.
that's my
I like
blueprint
it.
for that,
I like
and I will also go with JJ's idea for Dino Crisis 2. Instead of doing a remake, just do what you did for Halloween. Erase all the other Dino Crisis. The one in space doesn't exist anymore, thank God.
Yes.
And just make a
Retcon
new Dino
everything.
Crisis 2 with Regina. I hope that's the mystery game this year is RE2. Dino Crisis. It could easily be RE3 remake. I'm pretty sure they're working on it. Do you guys feel like they're working on it? I feel like they're working on it.
On the Dino Crisis?
No, RE3 remake. RE3 remake. The Dino Crisis thing, they said they'll do it if we want it, which was their way of saying, "Hey, buy
I
it."
heard it was confirmed that they're making that before they make RE8.
No, that's the rumor that's floating around. But in my heart, I
heard-
already feel like they're doing it anyway.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
The reason why I say that is because a lot of the assets, RE3 takes place in RE2. So the first part is RE2 in a lot of ways, and then the final part is its own, getting out of RE2, getting before they nuke the city. Because I don't think they explained. Did they explain that they were going to nuke the city in this one? I don't remember. I think they did.
No, not at all. That never got brought up, actually.
Okay, because that was the original ending of RE2, is they're going to blow the Raccoon City up because they don't care anymore. Hey, we made a mistake. We're going to blow it up, And they were going to nuke it. So that was kind of intertwined with RE3. I'm sure they're going to change Jill's outfit. Please put it as an alternate skin, because I love that original outfit. But it'd be cool to see Jill again from RE1. And she's been in a shit ton of games. She's been in so many REs. But I would like to see her, have that original outfit. And I think they're working on it. But Nemesis, I think they're going to have to tweak a little, because Mr. X felt a lot like Nemesis to me. And Nemesis is way more OP than Mr. X, but I wonder how they're going to handle that personally. So do you think they're working on it, Nightface?
Oh, absolutely. With this success, I think they are definitely working on it right now
All
as we
right.
speak.
The last question before we get into RE8 rumors, and then we'll end it.
Mm.
Does this get a fair shake at Game of the Year? Does it deserve that? I know one particular friend is going to say Kingdom Hearts 3, but does this deserve it? Does this deserve a nod? The critical acclaim, the massive sales it's doing, does it deserve to be put? Because originally, because JJ and I were talking about it, it's like, oh, why wasn't Crash and Spyro nominated? It's because they're shot-for-shot remake, and remakes are not traditionally nominated for anything at all. Like, you're not allowed. Like, it's overridden. But we just talked about for about an hour of how fucking different this game is, but it feels true to the original. And my hope is that Square Enix listens and watches Capcom here with RE2, and that Final Fantasy VII Remake is not a dumpster fire. I hope it's fucking good. Please, don't fuck that.
Yeah.
Well,
absolutely. I feel like it deserves everything. It's so good. It's so refreshing and feels brand new and familiar. Like you said, this is a staple going forward on how a remake should be done. That it shouldn't just be 100% complete rehash, shot for shot, everything remake. They should switch it up a little bit.
It's crazy how well done this is. Like, because Capcom was falling off for a little bit. Then they came back strong with RE7. Monster Hunter World, which is their best-selling game, it defeated RE5, and now this is selling crazy, got a critical acclaim. They're back on top. They're swinging up again. Where Square Enix, as a Final Fantasy fan, they're kind of, they're all over the place still. Like, I'm still concerned. I'm still really fucking concerned about Final Fantasy VII Remake. Where now, after playing this, seeing this, Capcom, they switched the game up. I think they do deserve a nod. We'll see. Everyone's pushing for it right now. It's still the second month, guys. I mean, there's a lot of other games coming out. But hey, it's not a bad way to start out the year with RE2 and Kingdom Hearts 3. What do you think, JJ? Does it deserve a Game of the Year nod?
Does it? Yeah, it deserves a nod. Whether you think it wins or not is a different question, but... I truly believe it'll be. It's like last year with Red Dead and God of War and Monster Hunter. There's so many great games where they deserve nods. So all those games deserve nods. It's like you said, we're in January. There's a lot of.
No,
games
we're in February, homie.
The game came out in January, so.
Yeah, that is factual. I wasn't dissing you. I was just correcting.
I think it will get the nod. I haven't played through Kingdom Hearts yet. I'm only like.
JJ will be joining me and Chad on that as well, which will be interesting as well.
So I'm afraid I'm gonna disappoint my best buddy forever, Chad.
You're gonna piss him off, man. He's gonna stab you. I already pissed him off. I love you, Chad.
I'm
gonna say it right now. Kingdom Hearts 3 right now, after beating it. Definitely not in my Game of the Year discussion. I don't even think once.
Oh, chat, get in the comment section.
And I hate to say that. As a Kingdom Hearts fan, I love the game. The combat was great. We'll talk more about it in the Spoilercast. But what I really want to say is hugely spoiler, so I won't. But you guys watched me play. You guys watched me play Kingdom Hearts 3. It was great. I really appreciate it. There's a lot of you here hanging out watching me fry some plant monsters with Claire.
Yeah, that was...
But I think right now in my discussion, RE deserves the love. I know some of it's really fun just to watch people stream this game too and just see their reactions, their first impression of Mr.
I've been
X.
watching their scared compilations, like them being scared shitless.
Because it's crazy how scary this game is, and of course you kind of get over it, Except for Night Phase, when I was playing on the Super Bowl, he's like, Mr. X! Mr. X! I'm like, relax, Night Phase. He's not going to hurt.
Yeah, and this is before Levi had to get up and use the bathroom 3 times, so I'm just saying.
Well, it's just funny that there's a weird loop on top of the bookcase.
A 16-year-old girl.
If you're on top of the bookcase...
Bladder, but I think it scared the piss out of him. I think it did.
No, it might have, but... Dude, every stream we do has to pee like 16 times. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm always drinking. True. That's my problem. I'm just always drinking water and I'm drinking soda.
Fucking alcoholic.
Yeah, I know. I'm a bad. I have problems, but no. There's a weird loop that Night Phase and I found with Mr. X. If you stand on top of the bookcase puzzle,
Oh yeah.
he can't get you.
Yeah.
He'll see you. He'll try to go there, and then he'll turn around and walk away. And it's funny as shit. And that's Night Phase was freaking out the whole time because of the music and the footsteps. And he's right in front of me. I'm like, dude, we're okay. It's not gonna hurt me. He did swing at me, but he missed. So
the music is pretty.
It's really intense.
Mr. X
It's really
music
good.
is intense, dude. I love
So
it.
let's talk RE8 rumors, and we'll finish this up. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thanks to JJ and Night Phase. So let's end this with RE8 rumors. So supposedly they're working on it right now. So the setting for RE8 is abandoned island laboratory, secret laboratory, of course, right? Of course, right? Abandoned laboratory, secret laboratory, and they're gonna connect it to 7. So 7, there's a little girl called Eveline. So
Evelyn,
yeah, sorry. The story is to uncover the truth behind her creation in RE8. So they're gonna go with that. Some concepts of the Hookman, if you guys don't remember RE 3.5, which is going to originally be RE4, but originally RE4 was very different. It was going to be Leon, and he had a lamp, and there was this ghost man with a hook that chased you a lot.
That's crazy.
And it was very there was a lot of hallucinations and stuff. So they took a lot of RE7 from the original RE4, 12 years ago. So he might be coming back, and he'll play. Hallucinations will be back as well. Will be a big part of the game.
Interesting way to take the franchise. I like it.
Real or not.
if you haven't played 7, play 7, man. It is fantastic. I know.
I plan to. I gotta pick it up soon.
Decisive reviews.
Supposedly they're going back to third person
person.
because of the success of this game. Originally it was going to be first person like RE7, but they're going to go back to third person because this game did really, really well. RE2 remake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are your earlier thoughts? I mean, that seems pretty and also I forgot that. I'm sorry. JJ's right. RE3 remake would come first, and then they would do RE8. That also says it in this leak, this huge, quote unquote quotation leak. I'm doing air quotes, guys. You can't see it, but I'm doing air quotes. So that's kind of what they're going for. What do you think overall of that expectation? Let's start with JJ, because he played 7, and I watched him play 7, which was awesome. Game sharing's awesome, guys.
I think it'll be good, man. I loved the story of 7. It was terrific. I thought they kind of revealed where she came from, though. I thought
a little bit on note that what she is. That she's a horror. I won't spoil it for Night Phase because it is cool.
Yeah, no, don't say anything. But yeah, I thought that.
Well, she's a whore. What?
Yeah, she's definitely a whore.
When you really find out what's going on Night Phase, it is an amazing trip.
The twist,
it's a really good.
Crazy.
It's really, really good to the point where I saw JJ play it and beat it, and I got to play a little bit of it. But it was so good that I want to do it again. Like I want to go through it.
You have to play the beginning of it for you to really appreciate the twist in it, man.
Yeah.
It was.
I would say I saw JJ play like the last 35% of that game, and it was pretty damn cool.
And that's the worst part of the game.
Yeah, probably. But it was cool. Like it paid off. Like when I was reading all the files that he found and stuff, it was really interesting. That was a big twist.
But,
it was cool. It made sense. It wasn't like, oh, that's very M Night of you. No, it actually meant something.
Yeah, M Night.
It was
fucking M Night.
It wasn't a twist for the sake of a twist.
Right.
It made sense in the story and what is going on with the new virus and everything, because bioterrorism, baby. That's what it's about.
But it's I'm looking forward to 8. If I'm wondering if they're kind of retconning a lot of the RE universe, where they're going to remake 3 and it's going to kind of build off of what the ending of 2 was, and
Well,
kind of not change it completely, but kind of little things here and there.
Yeah, my personal opinion, the ones they won't touch, at least not for a long time, in my personal opinion, is 4, 5, and 6. I think they'll leave those alone. But 3, because it's a PlayStation 1 game, Code Veronica, because it's a PS2 game, a lot of people forgot about that one. That's Claire and Chris together, which I honestly kind of forgot on stream too, where Joel had to point out, like, hey, dummy, like, hey, they already did that game, it's Code Veronica. I'm like, oh shit, you're right. Yeah. It is. Like, and that's a cool one, and I would like to see that one changed up a lot, because that was a really interesting twist in that game. So I'd really like to see that one kind of fixed, and a lot of people don't mention that. A lot of people go, hey, let's, okay, kind of do 3, but I want to see 4 remade, and I don't want to see that. I want to see, I gave them the blueprint. I want to see 3, Dino Crisis, RE8, and then Code Veronica. That's the blueprint.
I don't think Resident Evil 4 ever needs to be remade. I mean, that's fine on its own.
Well, they've already ported that and did all kinds of shit.
Well, to be fair, guys, that game's old as shit now. That was on GameCube. That's like 3 generations ago.
I don't know.
Like, that's old. That's even. But I'm with you guys. I feel the same way, because it's been ported to hell. It's on the Wii. It's in every. It's on every fucking
it's
system.
Everywhere.
It's on every system. You can play that game. Like, there's so much of it. And
I'm anxious to play 3 from the way Levi talks about it, and
it's my favorite. 2 and 3 are my favorites. And Nemesis just switched it up. I just remember that first time. I'm gonna take you all the way back to 7th or 8th grade, whenever the Digimon movie came out. My buddy Eric came over, and we played RE3. And I remember that first time, because the fun part about the zombies in RE1 and 2 is like, oh, I'm behind a door. Ha! You can't get me. And I remember first seeing Nemesis and be like, holy shit. And I ran into the police station, Raccoon City Police Station. I'm like, you can't get me. Zombie rule. And that mofo runs through the door and attacks me. I'm like, oh shit! Like, I was so freaked out. Well, these games I have such an amazing appreciation for now, but when I was a little kid playing these games, I was really scared. It was hard for me to play them. I had to have the lights on. Where now it's different, where I love the lights off, I have my headphones in, I'm excited to play RE. You know, I enjoy the scare now, where back then I was very scared. I was super scared. You know? I
hear you, man.
Where I'm really excited just to see through, and that first impression, just seeing him break that rule. And RE3 did a lot of cool things where you had to make your choice. Like, Nemesis would always haunt you, like he would always follow you, and you would have to make your choice. Do I run from him? Do I fight him?
Not only that, but this motherfucker would sprint.
Yeah,
this guy was a marathon runner.
Where what's it called? What's his name? Mr. X kind of power walks. He does not. Nemesis does not. He is a full-blown bad person. He's very scary.
He is a full-blown, upgraded T-1000 killing machine, basically.
Yeah. In the original RE2, by the way, there was like 5 Mr. X's in that helicopter when they drop them, if you remember in the old cutscene.
I remember that. Yeah.
So I wonder if they kept that in here? Because, remember,
they did.
Well, they didn't show that scene at all. They didn't show Mr. X drop in at all. But it would explain a lot how he kind of teleports. I think it's just kind of in the game where he's just kind of programmed just to be there. It could be multiple Mr. X's.
Yeah, but people have speculated there was at least 3 Mr. X's used for the new Resident Evil 2 because of, William killing that one Mr. X.
Yeah, exactly, because you're fighting the super one.
And then Ada running over that other Mr. X and blowing him up with the truck, that's 2. And then the third one showing up for Leon at the very end. So that's what people are speculating, that there were 3 Mr. X's that were used in Resident Evil 2.
That's what I was kind of thinking, because it's just kind of odd how he's just kind of there sometimes. It's like, how the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. Thought I lost you.
Exactly.
But what do you think of 8? Do you like that concept of 8, Nightface? We didn't get your reaction to it.
Oh, yeah, with the Hookman and everything, like...
Yeah, the hallucinations.
I like the direction they're taking it. I like the direction they're taking this franchise. I think is very refreshing. I mean...
I think you should definitely play... You should definitely play 7 because 7's over. Like it got good acclaim. You know, it got 86 Metacritic. It sold pretty well, but it didn't sell like
Right.
this. This is getting like critical acclaim. This is doing crazy numbers.
Yeah.
So I think you should. I think everyone before 8 comes out, I think you should play RE7, please. It's really good. I can vouch for it. I own the whole RE series. Besides 7, for whatever reason, it came out in a bad year because Horizon Zero Dawn and Persona 5 and all these other games came out. And I was like, I had to get those games before I
got it because I bought the VR headset and it was the only game really. They had Batman. It was between that and Batman. I'll try this out. And it was only $20.
Yeah.
So it's damn good game. It's
really good. I like what they did. I love the demo. The demo freaked me out a lot. Where I was like, holy shit, because it felt a lot like PT. If you guys ever remember that horror game, look that up.
Yeah, the Silent
that
game
was
that
the
never
best
was, yes.
ever. And that shows you how sick Kojima is. Sick, man.
You mean Death Stranding?
That sick, brilliant man.
Yeah, it was Kojima and Del Toro again, which is kind of like you said, JJ, kind of like Death Stranding a little bit. I'm sure we'll see some influence for sure.
Death Stranding is a spiritual successor.
In some ways, a lot of people are like so confused about Death Stranding, but honestly, guys, it's gonna be Metal Gear. Like it just looks like it feels a lot like Metal Gear to me. Which I kind of get it.
Gear fan, so
which I'm a huge Metal Gear fan too. It's one of my favorite series as well. Nightface. I kind of didn't want Death Stranding to be kind of like that, but more and more I look at it, and more I see the 4 bosses they're kind of because Troy Baker's like the first Golden Lion boss or whatever. They clearly are emulating Metal Gear Solid, clearly because that's kind of a Metal Gear thing where they have the 4. I remember Raging Raven and Laughing Octopus and
yeah.
They always kind of
classic boss lineup.
Yeah, and then Metal Gear 5 dealt a lot with psychological horror, and I see that a lot with this. You're kind of like on Mars and people that are very scary. You don't know these monsters. It looks really cool. It seems like a lot of people were getting super psyched out of it, including JJ, where it's like, whoa, I don't know what. But it's going to play like a video game. When you play it, it's going to be like, oh shit, this is Metal Gear. You're just going to walk in, play it, it's Metal Gear. And then if you get the story, you get the story. If you don't, usually Kojima's stories you get. They all intertwine. It all makes sense. It seems super weird and crazy because it is right now, because it's new. We don't know. We don't know what the fuck it is. But that's my biggest guess on it. Sorry for that tangent. Sorry, guys. Sorry for that tangent, but we'll close it out here unless you guys want... Do you guys like that blueprint I kind of put out? Do you guys want to see a Dino Crisis remake? Do you guys want to see, RE3 remake, a Code Veronica remake? What do you guys want to see from Capcom going forward?
Definitely the Nemesis remake. First thing, that needs to come out so we can get the piss scared out of us again.
Yeah.
Then we'll renegotiate Dino Crisis, and we'll see about Resident Evil 8.
I think they're fucking doing it. They're working on 3 and 8 right now, but I fucking bet they're doing that. I think that's that mystery game this year. I could be wrong though. It could be 8.
Which one, Dino Crisis?
Yeah, I think Dino Crisis is a mystery game because they've talked about it a lot. We're like, hey, you guys want it, we'll make it. Which Allah is, hey, buy it please, and it's their PR speak of. They did the same thing with RE3. It's like, oh, if you buy a Resident Evil 2, we'll think about RE3, which means to me, you're telling me that you're already making it. First of all, you're already making it. You saw the sales for this one, so they were already making it before this one came out. This one did have a long delay a little bit, where it was announced in 2015, I think. It was like, oh, we were going to do it, and a lot of people were concerned, oh shit, man, they're fucking up. They're fucking it up. But no, they did not. They did the right thing. They did the perfect thing, and I'm all aboard of what they do. What do you think, JJ? Is that a good blueprint? What do you want to see? What do you want to see? Because I know you're a big fan of 7. Do you want to see 8 first, and then we'll work on 3 later?
No, I wanna play 3, and then I've never played Dino Crisis, so I'm not.
Dino Crisis is the best video game of Jurassic Park ever. It's survival horror with dinosaurs.
It's a horrifying version of Jurassic Park, basically.
it's survival horror with dinosaurs. It played exactly in a lot of ways. Some ways, I think it's too much compared to Resident Evil because it's Shinji Mikami and he made both games, but it did a lot of different things in the game as well, where it felt very unique. It was a very fun survival horror game. 2 switched it up a lot. The 2 gave you a lot of power, where it was more of an action game. It was very much like Alien and Aliens, where, you know, Alien 1 was like a, you know, horror movie,
Right.
and then Aliens with James Cameron was like, we're just gonna fucking blow everything up. That's kind of how Dino Crisis 1 and 2 is. I hate to say it that way, but it is that way. Where it's like,
that's
the
true,
first game is like, holy shit, I gotta really watch my ammo. I gotta play it like a RE game. There's tough decisions I gotta make. Do I save this person, or do I let that asshole die? And, you know, it was really cool. And Regina was such a great character. And then 2 was like, you know what? We're just gonna give you all the power. Kill as many fucking dinosaurs as you want. We don't care if they go extinct. Like, go ahead. Like, go ahead, blow them up. You know, so I want to see Dino Crisis. That's my number 1 right now, like, because I see what they did with 2, and I know they could do Dino Crisis right. And I feel like Dino Crisis is one of those older games that kind of got, which is still beloved. I see a lot of people doing playthroughs of it, and I see a lot of people talking about it. I see Capcom talking about it, which is getting me hyped. And seeing all the love and respect they put on this, I know they'll do it right with Dino Crisis. Like, Regina will come back better than ever and then do JJ's thing. You know, forget about 2 and 3. I'm okay with that. Make it continue 2 from 1 and make it survival horror and just keep going. That's my personal opinion on it. That's what I really want to see. I gave you the blueprint, Capcom. All I ask is half the revenue you make from it.
But I have another blueprint I would like to offer Capcom.
Yeah, that's too much. You get 2%. Okay, fine. I'll take 2%. I'll take 2%.
But what comes after Resident Evil 8 and Dino Crisis and Nemesis? That begs the question: what comes after that?
I already said Code Veronica. That's the one you do.
Well, what comes after that? That's what I'm saying. They gotta switch
Well,
it up.
I'm sure
and
there'll be 9. I'm sure, like, Evelyn's storyline is so interesting. I'm sure they're gonna go with that. I mean, they got a whole blueprint, and you're right. Like, what is after that? Let's do Resident Evil 9 in space. Let's do that. Let's go there.
Jason X.
Here's
That's how we
blueprint
fucking
I
kill
want.
Dino Crisis. That's how we kill Resident Evil. You want it to die? We'll fucking kill it. We're going in space.
Here's what I want. How about a mashup of Mega Man and Resident Evil? Mega Evil Man X. Let's make it happen.
It's like 8-bit. You're just jumping. Boop, 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 boop.
Just shooting the fucking zombies. Yeah.
You didn't let me finish, though. And Mr. X, he's newer and improved. He has a silver mask now and a knife. It's Jason X. It's fucking Jason X. That's what.
No, dude. Mega Man. If you get, like, old box cover Mega Man, fat one.
Yeah, fat Mega Man.
Put him in R8. That's the way to go.
Yeah, where he can barely fucking jump like 3 inches. Yeah.
It's such an interesting, like, that's an interesting question, like, Nightface. Like, it's such a good, like, well, I'm sure they got ideas for 9, but that's gonna take a while, man. That's not, like, all this shit ain't coming out, like, 4 games we just listed, that shit ain't coming out right away. Like, no chance in hell.
They'll probably all come out by the end of 2030. My guess. They're way near the future.
Well, we're old
shit.
ass men and we're still playing video games and shit.
Yeah, we're old as fuck. You know, our kids are running around, and we're still doing this shit.
Yeah, we're still rocking on the podcast. I'm down, man. I love this shit. I love hanging out with you guys, and I really appreciate you two hanging out, lending your creativity to the podcast as well. I really appreciate you guys. Like, it's just a simple ask, and you guys are always aboard. We'll do another one. We're gonna do an actual traditional Golden God and Friends podcast. But we're going to do a Nintendo Direct, and I'm going to try to get someone you haven't seen in a minute, and that's Mello. We're going to try to get Mello on. We're going to try to do it in the next couple of days. But I do want to, shout out JJ and Nightface. Make sure you go to Nightface's channel. Check him out. I really appreciate all of you guys hanging out on this podcast, watching Claire just stand there, because that's what we did like the last 20 minutes. Because I got so caught up talking about, my plan, and I'm so excited. Like, Dino Crisis, like RE2, RE3, and Dino Crisis just have such a special place to me in survival horror. and I just want to see it done right. And I think they will because they fucked it up with Dino Crisis 3.
Yeah.
Which, thank
And
God,
Capcom
Regina wasn't in there.
trust.
They just went, like, 3,000 years in the future and space dinosaurs. But I don't know how that went through. I would love to sit through that meeting and just be like, all right, dinosaurs equals space. Let's go with that. That equals money. And, that game obviously didn't do well. That game was terrible. Horrendously bad.
Yeah.
Go back to, Dino Crisis 1. Remake it, do it properly, and then continue from there. Because Regina's such a great character, and I hate to see her wasted. And they brought her back a few times. She's in, she's in Project X Zone, Cross Zone on the 3DS. She's also in, they have a costume for Dead Rising, 3, I think, which was really funny. Which is really cool that there's a costume for Regina. I will love to see her back. She's one of my personal favorite protagonists back in the day, and it was just nice to have a good dinosaur game because there wasn't a lot of great dinosaur games. There still isn't a lot of great dinosaur games. I know zombie fatigue could be real. We didn't touch upon that, but I don't know. I think zombies are going to keep coming more than ever. I think
How
what they did with
dinosaur fatigue. I think dinosaur fatigue is a real thing after Jurassic World Fallen franchise came out.
Yeah, they're whoring the shit out of that. But this is how you can do Dino Crisis 2. It starts out with Chris Pratt. Dinosaurs. He gets eating. And then Regina comes in and it's the game.
Yeah, all right, I'm down for that.
But I really appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Any last words? Anything you guys want to touch upon?
Nothing. Just Game of the Year, Resident Evil 2. Play it, and
we'll be back. We'll do another spoiler cast for you, and probably in a few weeks. JJ still got to play Kingdom Hearts, but Chad, the Bearded Wonder himself, and JJ will join me for Kingdom Hearts 3. Maybe even Mello beat it. Maybe I'll get him on there. We'll all talk about Kingdom Hearts and shit on it and make Chad sad and make him cry. That's my goal anyway.
I look forward to that.
I'm just joking, Bearded Wonder. I'm just joking. I really did enjoy it. I mean, it was fun. And you guys really make the stream. It's so fun. I remember one night I was up till 4:30 in the morning playing Kingdom Hearts, trying to beat it. And you guys were there with me the whole time. And it was really fun. I really appreciate you guys. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitch. It's Strassman88. Make sure you hit the follow button there as well. Hit that notification bell so you know when we live stream. I really appreciate all you guys. Shout out to the subs again. Queen Annalise, Simon the Howard, Josh, Silent Rebug. Shout out to you guys. And everybody else that sub too. I couldn't see your profiles. But we'll be back. We'll be talking, Knifeface and I will be talking movies soon and Stranger Things soon. A lot of stuff coming on the channel. Stay tuned for it. I really appreciate you guys. Your fellow Strassman, the GG, Knifeface, and JJ. We're outie.